Hello there, babe. This is a collection of kind of random things to talk about. Uh, First, I'm filming this just before you answer about the favor, so I don't know what this favor is. I'm happy to do anything you want, babe. I just don't know what it is yet, so I'm very interested. Oh, actually, I just got your message. I want you to send me a t-shirt of yours that you used all day. I know it's creepy or whatever. Oh my God, that's so lovely. I love that idea. Yes, babe, I will tell you by video so that you'll feel even better knowing it. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I love that idea. I really want you to do it, babe, for me. But I will get onto that straight away. I will get a good shirt, not a dumb one that I don't want. A nice shirt. I don't know how worn, it's like I don't want it absolutely stinking of me, but a kind of smell, so that it would be if you had met me before in person, it would be something that you would smell to remember my smell if I was gone. So I think you understand, so it's like doing that only in reverse. So you smell kind of me in them clothing, even though you haven't met me in person, but it brings you closer. And I love that idea. Honestly, I do. It's not me just agreeing with you. It's not creepy at all because if if for example, if you had a bottle of perfume, I know you well, babe. I know you don't use perfume, and if you were, because of your allergies, you would use something that's not going to inflame or trigger those allergies. But let's say maybe deodorant or perfume or something to kind of that creates a smell, even if it was some kind of lipstick or lip tint or something like that, something that like would smell of you. And let's just say you left it here and you went over back to the Philippines, and I was missing you. Like I'm always am anyway, but because we would have met, I would miss you like crazy. I would try to find, the thing that maybe you forgot, and then if there was a smell, like if you left a shirt or something, then that would be very comforting to me. I've got a few ideas. I'm a bit embarrassed to say. I, let's see. I'm going to check her message in lifetime, so you might be a bit embarrassed. No, I can't see it. I actually have to. I can't read my messages while I'm recording. I've tried to use this phone while recording, so I could look through notes, but I can't. And even if I paused each time, it would just save this video, so I can't actually continue it. The good thing about continuous is that there's less files to add up at the end. Like on my computer. So it's like if I just had this one video to upload, then I would upload that video. But if there's like three or four, then I'd have to go onto my PC and put the videos on the PC. Then I would have to go on to some kind of video editor, and then even though it's easy putting what the first video and the second video and the third video in sequence, it's time consuming because when you process it, it takes a while. It could take half an hour, maybe an hour to do that. So I've experienced before when I had to do that. It took a while, and I will send you screenshots of that when it happens, to keep you updated on it. So like, just in case you were wondering, well, where is the video? So I will do that and then upload it onto your YouTube channel and then mine, or mine's first and then yours. Whatever way you can see it quickest, babe. But I absolutely love that idea. I am so happy I read that idea, especially when it popped up on the top of the screen. It's not a favor. It's a loving gesture from you, and I'm super honored that you feel that way. It's just so incredible of a feeling that you love me so much that would make you happy. Again, I'm sure it would become one of your most, well, maybe I'm making myself bigger, but I would hope that it would become one of your most precious possessions, because it's not the monetary value, it's the sentimental value. Like, I would feel the same if I had, I don't know, a lock of your hair. I know it sounds maybe weird, but even if it was just like an inch and then maybe a bit, like just a wee tiny lock of hair, I would I would cherish it as well. I've seen them before where there's a lock of hair and then there's a ribbon tied, but I can't exactly remember why that or what this was for. But it's just an example. If I had one of your shirts, I would definitely have it as one of my most important prized possessions, because it's from you, first of all. It's from you and your heart. It's nothing to do with money. It's worth way more than any money can buy. You can't buy this amount of love, babe. That's why I was telling you yesterday that there's one thing that, even if these TikTok accounts, let's say they are real, because I think a lot of them are fake accounts to scam men, and there's a lot of people like that on Instagram. So I just ignore them and block them straight away. I've literally never had a coherent or sensible conversation on Instagram with a person claiming to be a woman. Like, it's been way over a year since I even done any of that. So I don't know, but so in terms of that, like, is it, if they're real? So that's the first thing. They might not be real. Some of them might be, but they could be following or whatever they're doing for different reasons. I don't know how many followers I have or whatever. It's like, if you told me it was 1 million, I'd be shocked, obviously, but ultimately it's nothing to do with me, because it's only a picture of me, and perhaps some people would follow me, or I don't know what the actual term is, because for YouTube it's subscribe, and then for Twitter it's followers, and I think Instagram is followers. So let's just call it followers/subscribers. So one of the two. And some people might follow me on TikTok, maybe for my looks, or maybe, like, a lot of the reason what they do on Instagram is, if you look at someone's page, it could be a man or woman, you could see the amount of followers they have, and then the amount they are following. And sometimes you see people that are following a couple of thousand people, and then they have like maybe 500 followers. It's kind of when you're fishing and you cast out a big net, and you're not specifically targeting one fish. You're trying to get as many fish as possible. So you just cast that net out and see what you can find. And if you follow 10 people and two of them, let's just say for every 10, sorry, I'll start over. For every 10 people that a person could follow, maybe two of them would follow back. So for every 10, that's two people. And then for every 100, you have 20. And then for 1,000, you might have 200. So, so that's why there's a lot of people, things like that. But the reason it connects to my TikTok, you just have to imagine it as they might be thinking that I will subscribe or follow them back. So it's like a like for like, a follow for a follow, just trading. So what they used to do in YouTube back about 2006 or so, sub for sub is what they called it. So the people would actually comment sub for sub, and you go to sub to them and they go to sub to you, and the subscriber number would obviously increase by one. And that it seems like that is still the case today. I don't know about TikTok in that sense. As I said, I don't even know if TikTok has its own name for followers or whatever, its own unique name. But yeah, frankly, the only thing I care about TikTok in any matter of speaking is because of you. You know, like I hate TikTok primarily because of China, and it's basically used to harvest and control a lot of data that they're getting, a lot of free data. But that's a whole different subject. I can talk about that if you want me to. I'm happy to. So just ask so I can explain more in depth. You might have a good deal of knowledge about that anyway. But just quickly to make clear, I hate the Chinese government because they're corrupt, but I like the Chinese people. So that's what I had to argue with my dad, because he was like, I like Chinese people. And I said, I didn't say that I didn't like Chinese people. I hate their government because their government spies on their own citizens, and it is so cruel. There's systems over there, and there's a lot of people suffering. And so that's what I meant. I don't know how the Philippine people feel about Chinese people. I honestly don't know. But I suppose that's something you could tell me if it's relevant. But like the subject TikTok, you know, like so I don't care about TikTok. And it's I remember in 2020 making an account. I think it might have been on my older Gmail account, because I had a Google account and a YouTube account and stuff, but I forgot the password and I could never get on it ever since. So I abandoned that, and then I created a new one. And it could be the new one I have. The one that I'm talking about is the one I have now. The Stephen at 2020. So that, you know, it's the year at gmail.com. Whereas the other one was S Elliott 2018. So that was created in 2018, obviously. Sorry, I dropped a pen. But I remember if you remember the videos of me talking about a political situation or things like that, is something I tried to make content of, because in 2020 that content, and it was very popular and still is, the commentary community, but So I'm just about to reply to you because you said that you have church. So I'm going to. I want this. I'm going to church. I hope you can see your. Hope I can see your video after my church. Sorry, I'm going to end this part and then respond to you. So just in case afterwards, it's not that I was ignoring you or being lazy. It was because I was making this video. So I apologize, babe. So I will see you in a second in the next video, but I will respond to you right now, babe.